Hello, guys. Today we are talking about Rick and Morty, the anime. The show is currently at this time of recording 3 episodes in, and frankly, I see do lots of people saying it's a waste of time. It's not a Rick and Morty like cartoon, and so on and so forth. But guys, we are only 3 episodes into the plot, and it seems like those episodes have some massive continuity which will be relevant later in the final segment of the episodes in Rick and Morty anime. You are judging this show too fast, too early, because this doesn't give you the same vibes as cartoon version Rick and Morty. That's it. The whole bats of those haters are judging this show, the anime show, purely by vibes. But there is some continuity and plot progression throughout those episodes, and you could have expected this by watching the animation, the episodes of an anime before the Rick and Morty, the anime show, began, because those were single animations about Rick and Morty universe in anime form. There are like 3 of them, maybe, which are like maybe OVA, and that's it. We knew what those characters would look like, and we could expect that this will be a very different show from the cartoon counterpart. So yeah, it's too early to judge Rick and Morty the anime, and too early to say that this show has nothing going on for itself. It's too early. It's too early. But you know, if you judging by the vibes, you probably should be checked out in the mental asylum, because vibes are not important. The plot, character progressions, the development of the plot, the conflict should be important. And right now, I'm not seeing anyone saying something different, that I hate this show, it's waste of time. I like Rick and Morty. I admit that there are some uh, better and badder episodes in cartoon show, but the anime has a little different vibes and a little bit different structure to traditional episode of cartoon show. It's very different, and basically that change is what's upsetting most of the people. But we are too early to judge. We are currently, at the time of this recording, only 3 episodes in. We don't know the full story. And if you are still skeptical, wait. Just wait a little bit. And when the season will close, revisit episodes from 1 to 13, or in the chronological order, I mean. Because when you do this, you will see what the anime, the studio behind Rick and Morty anime cooked up, really. Because right now I have like maybe not premonition, but let's say this show will be a really something if they go uh, in the right way, plot progression wise. But this is not the cartoon show Rick and Morty. This is an anime, and in this show, Rick is much more. It's less cranky. It's less toxic and less, let's say, rude. He's much more of a melancholy mixed with a happy scientist guy or grandpa. And we knew this because of OVAs. In OVAs, we were like, uh, let's say we saw how this Rick character in anime form is depicted, and it's a little bit different than the counterpart. So we knew uh, that this show will be different, but nobody fucking noticed. Nobody noticed because the people will say it's not the same show. It's not plot. It's not interesting. Wait a little bit. Wait a little bit. For fuck's sake, people. You are judging before the final episode will came out. Will come out. So yeah, be patient, idiots. Be patient, because right now it's too early to judge. Too early to judge, and from my point of view, I really enjoy watching this, let's say, interpretation of Rick and Morty. The grandpa spouts a little bit more knowledge than usual, and the whole thing is going on around Federation taking over planets, and the device in the sample, the device in the sample that will has properties of cooling down the entropy, uh, which makes you go back in time. Which so this like matter, this gray matter or something like this, is a potential source for time travel, which in cartoon counterpart Rick doesn't do at all. He doesn't do time travels. So yeah, and this whole show, the Rick and Morty anime, consists of a potential for time travel and a girl who is like an alien or a being from, let's say, like a Time Lord in Doctor Who show. So she perceives time. She cannot change her actions or change the future, or because for her the future is the same way as the past. You cannot change the past, what you have done. It stays. It stays recorded in time and space, and that's it. And for a being to be able to perceive full scope of his lifetime and yet be unable to change anything about it, it's fucking terrifying. It's fucking terrifying, and this is what authors probably will go uh, to do to to get some stakes in this plot. Stakes, because if someone is unable to change even the future, that means he is like predictable. If you know the future of this guy or girl, you can predict what he or she is gonna do with 100% accuracy. And yeah, so the name of the girl is of course Ellen. She's not the ginger hair, she is a blonde. And in parallel universe, she looks more like an alien, like green skinned alien. And you know, the show is divided into two sections, the plot A and plot B, just like in cartoon counterpart. So in let's say point A, we've got our original Rick 137 and his Morty, at least, or Morty Prime, let's say, you know. And in plot B, we have Morty and Rick, which are like mundane. The Rick with long hair and uh, bald of a head. So those four characters are having a clash, and something is going on between those four people. Something is going on. The plot is like gaining up speed, and le- and there are a lot of back and forth to like to show us uh, in different points of time what those characters are doing or did. So yeah, for me, plot wise, for now, it's very interesting to see this. And let's say that there is, like I said many times before in this video, it's too early to judge this show. We need a full season to come out, then revisit all the episodes and see if the plot actually makes sense in this uh, in this anime. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on the matter. And believe me, if you are expecting a Rick and Morty cartoon to be reflected in this show, it's like it will not have the same vibes, but in the anime version there are still some space for melancholy, for nihilism, for doubts, and let's say, you know, the tragic backstories to unfold, because this is the core concept of Rick and Morty, to be powerless even though you are the wisest, the most creative, and the most awesome grandpa in the world. Because even if you are all those things, you are basically nothing. And this show tries to toggle that topic very, like, let's say, maturely. And this is not the same done in the same way like in cartoon. there are two different, let's say, kinds of showing melancholy. You can either show melancholy and tragicness through from parody perspective, through satire, and you can show the tragic uh, elements and melancholy through very serious, with very serious tone. And this show probably will go for the second one. The second one. So stay tuned, watch the full season of Rick and Morty, and if you don't remember what this show is about, revisit from episode 1 to episode 13 or 12, and you will get what the authors were going for in this show, because it's too early to judge. And frankly, I'm a little bit pissed on the fan base of Rick and Morty, that they are complaining, and don't move, uh, don't do a single uh, thing about it, because you can have your opinion. It's not nothing wrong, but there is a difference between opinion because it's my opinion, and constructive criticism as your opinion, which makes a difference, believe me. So for now, that is all, and let's stay tuned.